Okay, before we jump into this week's Weekly Byte of MMORPG news, I wanted to let all of you know that we're giving away 3 copies of New World. You know, the upcoming MMORPG from Amazon Game Studios launching in just a few days on the 28th. Winning a copy is really easy. First, Mrs. Sticks is doing a giveaway over on her Twitter. Simply click the link to her tweet in the description of the pinned comment, like the tweet, retweet it, and then leave a comment for a chance to win. Second, make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, as this copy in specific will be given away to one of our active subscribers, and I can tell if you are. Then scroll down and leave a comment stating what about New World looks the most interesting to you. And then finally, visit our website once again via the link in the description and the pinned comment for your shot at the 3rd copy. There will be a small giveaway there for you to participate in. All 3 winners will be chosen by Monday afternoon. The 3 winners in specific will be announced over on our Twitter and our Facebook pages, so keep an eye out on both of those if you're interested, of course. Also, we will probably do a small giveaway of New World over on our Twitch when the game launches on Tuesday. If you're interested in stopping by and watching us, participating in the game with us, or potentially winning a copy of the game while watching us stream it. We'll be streaming just a few hours from now, and we stream every Tuesday, every Saturday, and every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at twitch.tv/MMObyte. Now, let's go ahead here and jump into the MMO news that mattered to me today. Let's start this off first by talking about Elyon. For those of you that were unaware, Elyon was going to launch initially as a buy-to-play MMORPG. However, after what I can only assume were very underwhelming sales ahead of its release, Kakao and Bluehole revealed that it was going to release 100% free-to-play. This announcement was made with the confirmation that they were also delaying the game's launch to October 20th, 2021. Likely a result of New World's altered release date, as let's be honest here, Elyon will not be able to compete with New World at all. As of just a few days ago, the Elyon Twitter went on and tweeted that their pre-registration had begun, allowing for players to pre-register for the game and be rewarded with some cosmetic items and a 7-day premium VIP membership. If you're not interested in pre-registering, then no problem, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys here, both Mrs. Sticks and I are very easily bribed with cosmetics. Speaking of New World, it seems as though the upcoming title is finally going to launch this month. Amazon confirmed their server launch times for its September 28th release, with the launch times being present on screen right now. I'm glad the East Coast is getting the game at 8 a.m. as I don't typically wake up until roughly 11 in the morning, so this will provide ample opportunity for Amazon to have server issues, to go through its downtime, and whatever else happens ahead of our Tuesday stream at 3 p.m. It is worth noting that I don't expect there to be an exorbitant amount of issues come launch time, given how many test phases the game has gone through, and the fact that Amazon have confirmed that they actually have 176 different shards for players, with additional servers ready if those end up not being sufficient. I'm just hoping that players are still willing to play through all of this again for the umpteenth time at this point, given how tired some of the people I know already are of the game. You guys should be well aware of Riot's upcoming Runeterra MMO, an MMO inspired by the League of Legends universe. What I am certain most of you are unaware of, however, is that behind the scenes, things are moving along a lot quicker than we thought. It was recently revealed that someone whose name I am honestly going to attempt to pronounce here and will likely butcher it, so I apologize in advance, but I will go ahead and feature it on the screen at the very same time. Matus Tomazekiewakix has been brought onto the project, and once again, I deeply apologize for butchering your name. And for those of you that don't know who that is, Matus was the lead quest designer for The Witcher 3. Greg Street, the executive producer for the upcoming title, went on to state his vision, his approach, and his commitment to resonant stories and player experiences are perfect for the new MMO. And you know what, in my opinion, this can only mean good things for the game. Ever since Pearl Abyss released the trailer for the upcoming Dokkavi game, people have been discussing it. The trailer was pretty sick, so it does make sense. Initially, Dokkavi was planned to be an MMORPG, However, after a year spent in development and absolute silence from the developer, Pearl Abyss came out and revealed that it would no longer be an MMO, much like their announcement that Crimson Desert would no longer be an MMO. Instead, the game will be an open-world action-adventure game that allows us to best express our vision for the game. Now we are going in the direction of enjoying the diverse gameplay in the vast open world. It was also confirmed that while the focus of the game will indeed be single-player, much like Crimson Desert, there will be a functional multiplayer system present, with them stating that there will be both PvE co-op play in the form of world bosses and PvP in an attempt to foster friendly competition and good sportsmanship. And I mean, that is almost like they've never seen PvP in a video game if they think that that is at all plausible. If you saw the trailer, the world shown off within the trailer specifically, then you might think that it looks pretty damn massive. Well, apparently, that makes up roughly 10% of the entire world planned at full release, which is actually kind of crazy. After being flown all the way from the US to Germany for the live Kingdom Under Fire 2 launch event, I expected great things from Gameforge, and while Kingdom Under Fire 2 was actually somewhat of a fun, unique MMO, I'm actually genuinely shocked to see Gameforge shutting it down so soon after releasing it. Yeah, I have been covering this game for years, and it was announced just last week that the MMO would be shutting down entirely on October 26th. The game has been removed from Gameforge's website. You cannot even find it if you search. They're scrubbing every bit of information from every facet of their company, and while I don't really understand why that is, given it's still currently alive for the next month, I'm still somewhat disappointed to see it go down. The event provided such an amazing experience for both Mrs. Sticks and I, and will forever go down as one of the greatest moments of our channel's life up until this point. Palia is an MMO that I'm watching very closely. I'm a member of their Discord, and I follow their social media channels in hopes that I might get the opportunity to try the game out. I'm sure many of you are as eager to get your hands on the game as I am, and honestly, I was kinda surprised to see the pre-alpha blog post pop up on their website last week. While they didn't touch on very much, they did note a few different things, such as the sheer amount of attention the game has received thus far, how overwhelmingly positive the reception for the game has been, and how the early development progress has been moving along. Some of the screenshots posted on their blog post are honestly beautiful, and I truly cannot wait to get into the world that they've created. Hopefully, the next test phase provides more opportunities for players to pre-register, and by players I mean me. New MMORPG announcements seem to be fairly common these days. New titles get revealed, there's hype built for them, years pass, they fail to produce anything meaningful within that time frame, and then they proceed to fade into memory, never to be heard of again. And while BitCraft might be the exact same type of MMO, I'm still impressed with the trailer that was shown off recently. What I'm not so sure of though, is the fact that the game is being touted as a new kind of MMORPG, providing players with a very social focused experience, as if the social aspect of the game is the most important. More important than content, more important than gameplay or anything else. I did an entire dedicated video on BitCraft, if this is honestly something you like the sound of or look of, but at the end of the day, the developers are attempting to create and offer something new to players. While it might not necessarily work, it's never a good idea to instantly shoot down any potential the game might have, especially given $4.3 million was already raised in seed funding. Speaking of new MMOs, Into the Echo is another newly announced MMORPG being developed utilizing Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, Elyon is built with Unreal Engine 3, Lost Ark uses Unreal Engine 3, this, Unreal Engine 5. Into the Echo released a teaser trailer for the game which showed off very little, with the exception of a very poorly animated female struggling to walk in a straight line for whatever reason. This is an ambitious new MMO that is aiming to be something revolutionary, providing a plethora of crafting professions, content to consume, and in their words, it has been a lofty goal, but it is best to shoot for the stars. Much like BitCraft, I have a full dedicated video on this if it sounds or looks like something that you might be interested in learning more about. Very little has been revealed since Amazon confirmed that Lost Ark would be delayed into the first quarter of 2022. However, they did release a blog post recently detailing the localization process, how there are 4,500 separately voiced characters present within the game that need full English voiceovers, entirely localized songs, 3 million words of English text, and that's just a present. Yeah, this is going to be quite the undertaking. And from what I experienced within Lost Ark, and that was roughly 100 hours worth of the game, there was a lot, and I cannot stress this enough, a lot of text. And finally, the full opening for Blue Protocol has been released online and is currently purchasable for people that are interested. Alternatively, there are also plenty of places online that you can find the opening to both watch and listen to if you take a moment to do a Google search for it and you can afford to purchase it. While the Blue Protocol Twitter has a link to directly purchase the opening, there was a tweet made featuring several different images that most people likely have yet to see. Absolutely gorgeous images showing off what we have to look forward to next year, so long as the game actually launches in 2022. And that is it. That is every bit of MMO related news that mattered to me over the last couple weeks. Sure, there's probably more out there, but it's not significant enough for me to really dedicate time to. This is what is important, but if you think that there's something that I missed, please go ahead and let me know via any platform that I'm available on: Discord, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or even in the comment section below.